Shalom and welcome to Dinim class number 28. I am your host, Rabbi David Katz. Can I get a 1, even if just to humor myself here? Any ones out there? Anyone have a 1 from one land? One world? All right. All right, so Justin posted what we're doing. I almost deviated here. I learned things today that will blow your mind. But I don't want to lose the green book. We got to do that at some point. So what I did today in my office, we'll probably do it next week. It is really, really cutting-edge gear stuff. Cutting-edge gear stuff. The most cutting-edge yet. And I would love to do it, but we really got to do the green book. Let's be responsible, folks. We have to. All right. Avodah Zarah 2b. Now, I'm not trying to learn it word for word. We're going to do that in the green book. Let me just get the Indian here. You know what? Let me do the English. I don't want to learn deeply in the English. So when we don't learn deep, we go to easy translations to get the gist. All right, we're in Avodah Zarah 2b. All right, so we're talking about Mount Sinai, right? The Jewish people are going to receive the oral Torah, and God holds the mountain over their head. Type 1. Hurry up. Come on, let's go. I'm toggling between screens. And from there, if ye accept the Torah, it will be well with you. If not, it will be your grave. Thereupon Akadosh Baruch Hu will say to them, let us consider the happenings of old. As it is said, let them announce to us former things. In Isaiah. Okay, now I want to get out of the English. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. Shekavash Baruch Hu har kigigid al Yisrael, va'amar lehem im atem mekablin es ha-Torah mutav, v'im lav shan yehei kvuraschem. Now, everybody in the world that you ask, are you with me? Anyone that you ask the meaning of this, they will say to you, that God said to Israel, if y'all accept the Torah, it'll be well with you. Justin Becker, do you think that's what it means? Is that what it means, John? Everyone has these little missions that we're on, right? In every genre. One of my personal missions, which is what led to this class today, is I am not sold that the word mekablin means we accept. Do you know why? Justin, do you know why? Why I'm not sold? John, do you know why? How about because it doesn't mean that? How about that for an answer? You like that answer? How about the fact that mekablin doesn't mean accept? I'm not even sure in Hebrew if there is the word accept. How many of you have ever said the English phrase, I have? Yes, I have 3 dogs. Thank you for asking. How many of you have ever said the word have? What's the common cliche? That in Hebrew, there's no word have. Right? Yesh li shtei kelavim. There is to me 2 dogs. Hebrew doesn't have mine. I have. It says there is to me. You understand that? So is there the word accept in biblical Hebrew? I don't know. I never thought about it. But what I have thought about is the word mekablin doesn't mean accept. There's something called a cut. This is where I was going into the ideas I was telling you about, but we're going to stick to the book. How many of you know what a kablan is? A kablan is a hired worker who I think you might call a sharecropper, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me get your trusty dictionary on this. I'm not good with my vernacular on this. I know it in the Hebrew. In the English, I'm not so always positive. An aris. An aris is a sharecropper. So let's look up kablan. A sachir is a hired worker, which on Shabbos you cannot have a sachir. A contractor is a kablan. Justin, what's a sharecropper? Right, I think he gets part of the profits, right? So you have an aris who gets the profit, and a kablan is a contractor. Right, so the contractor, he can work whenever he wants, right? If I hire you to build my house, you're in charge of the project, and I just want it done by January, right? And if it's a sharecropper, an aris, whatever, that's a little different. But a sachir would be, I'm in charge of the project, and I'm paying you to build my wall on Shabbos itself, right? That would be a problem. So a kablan, a contractor, he has to take on the job. Is that correct, Justin Becker? We stipulate a price for the kablan, and he takes on the job. Is that correct? Type 1. So if we agree on $50,000, then he will be getting $50,000. If it takes him 50,000 years, that's his problem. If he gets it done in 5 days, that's his problem. Meaning, I don't tell him when he's working. He got paid. He has a job to do. So what we have is this vernacular. I want to get it from the other Talmud. Where did I see it at? It's in Shabbos, and I don't remember the page. So I'll quote it from memory. Hey, man, I would really like to see that from Shabbos. Hold on. I want to quote the language here. I want to trust myself. Oh, it's an Avodah Zarah, 21. Should be Avodah Zarah 21. Is that true? Well, hold on, people. Hold on. Take a little detour because we do things the long way. Don't we, Justin Becker? Hold on with your question. Hold on. Masker Sadeh. Maybe it was 244. Taisvis Sham, Avodas Gilim 21, Shabbos 21. Oh, that was the Taisvis over there. Where was our sharecropper, our contractor? Where was our contractor? Let me get my notes. 1 second here. Hold on, this is important. I didn't realize the Hebrew for the English by the Jewish people said Makablim. That changes everything, and for the better. Then the question becomes, did I write it down? Yes, I did. Taisvis Avodah Zorah 21b. All right. Avodah Zorah 21b. Avodah Zorah 21b. That can't be. Wait a second here. I was really not planning on bringing this in. I did it a long time ago, as in about 2 weeks ago. And now I'm thrown off. Let me see here. It's not that. Wait a second. Well, you know what? It's that Rambam. Hold on a second. Where's that Rambam? Hang with me, guys. This is important. So the Rambam, Osir, where was that at? Yeah, right here. Should be right here. Where was that Rambam? Oh, heavens. Where did I put that? Hold on a second. Man, this is a waste of time. Hang on. We will find this. No, that's already too far. Where's that Rambam? Toisik Adam. That's not that. It's got to be right here. Lo yaskir merchot shel ina Yehudi mipnei. Okay, that's that. All right. That's that. Afilu merchot to tenor. $16. Man, I really want to find this Rambam. Hold on a second. I'm probably going about this the hardest way possible. There we go. This should be. No, it's not that one. So it must be over here. Yeah, this is, I think, where it is. Cotton. Where is this? I'm going over the laws of Shabbos in my spare time. And my notes, I didn't think I'd have to rely on my notes. Hang on a second. Wait. Here we go. Rambam. I think it's here. Yud. Torah. Uh, all right, I'm gonna skip it. I just don't remember. I just don't remember exactly where that Rambam was. Wait, let me try to look more time. One second. I don't want to leave this out. Yeah, James, we'll have to edit this out. James, if you're listening to this, edit it out. We need you to edit it out. James, officially edit this out. All right. Sod Makablin. No, I know I wrote that. Now, what did I mean by that in terms of where to find it? There's your Psik Resha stuff. Okay. So 244. All right. So 244. 244, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, here we go. All right, so it's the beginning of 244. Let's see what that means. There's going to be a Rambam in here somewhere. 244. Should be a Rambam in here. There should be a Rambam. There we go. I think we're finding it. Hey, there it is. There it is. All right, I think we got it. There it is. All right. But where's that Rambam source? Very close. No, is there a Rambam over here? Where is that Rambam? Wait, actually, it was not. Ah, wait. It was the Talmud also. Sham Toisis Harosh Sham Misham Parakama de Avodah Zorah. Parakama de Avodah Zorah. Let me see, where is that Parakama de Avodah Zorah? So Toisis Sham Avodah Zorah 21. It was Shabbos. Shabbos 17, I think. I remember that now. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. What do you think, Justin? What are the chances it's going to be here? $17. Hey, maybe not. Hold on. Oh, no. Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. It's got to be here. Where in the world? I learned my Shabbos stuff really deep, and I don't remember every source by memory. 1 second here. All right, that's it. Quit messing around and find this thing. All right, hold on. All right, 243. Yehudi is out. Avodah Zorah. There it is. The Rambam Beperek Zayim Hilchos Shabbos. Lo Yasker Adam Erchad Shelo Ina Yehudim. Is this Is this it? Yeah. Wait. Dino Okay, is that it? Is that it? Vodazora 21. Rishon Gamliel, Rif and the Rambam. Hilchos Shabbos, Tosos Harosh, Shamash Arpoiskim, Torah B'Shem Rambam. One second. The Rambam and Perek Zayim Hilchos Shabbos. Let's look it up. Ready? Rambam Hilchos Shabbos. This is a little bit of annoying, but what can you do? No, that's not it. All right, hang on. I'm getting upset now. We got to find this. Getting a little upset. Little upset. Okay, so it's got to be over here. It has got to be. All right, so now, Yeshosh Yischaro Mutter. Yeah. This has got to be it here now. Why am I not seeing the Rambam? Why am I not seeing the Rambam? This is crazy. Hold on a second. 1 second. Well, this might be it. But here we go. This, I'm almost positive this is it. This, I think, is it. Now, where's the Rambam? Yeah. Now, I got it. My only question is, why is it not saying Rambam? Hold on a second here. Hang with me. We're almost there. Mine it is. Okay, got it. Mode cutting 12. That's it. I remember this now. Got it. This is a fact. Justin Becker, do you think I'm right? Here it is. How much want to bet? How much do y'all want to bet? All right. Here's the moment of truth. What do you got in it? How much money you guys wagering? Only question. There it is. X marks the spot, ladies and gentlemen. Time of Rabbanim. We're in Moed Cotton 12. Mekablin Kiboilis. There it is. And where's that Rambam? Rambam Sham. 725 in Hilchos Yontif. Ready? 725 in Hilchos Yontif. You ready? 725 in Hilchos Yontif. You ready? Now, where's Hilchos Yontif? That's another question. Here we go. Shabbos. What did I say? 725? Here it is. She'ena kol yodin hefer sheyesh bein sachir bein kablan lefikach aser. James, pick it up by now. A little bit before that, the Rambam is saying Jewish people don't know the difference between a contractor and a worker. 725 Hilchos Yontif. In a Moed Cotton 12a. What is the definition of mekablin? Look at Rashi. Mekablin kiboilis. You got that, Justin Becker? Mekablin kibolis. Mekablin kibolis. Notna lenachri lasota acher hamoyin. That you give to the Nachri that he should do it after the holiday. You see how it's a contractor, right? I need my house fixed. I'm giving you money that you should start after the holiday, right? Now notice the words, mekablin kibolis. So it's money given through a kablan. You cop that? It's not just like a cash that you get your products back, right? Mekablin kibolis. It's money spent, but not really. It's contracted, exactly. So mekablin is like a contractor who accepted a job. Type 1. So if I say, Justin Becker, that you are mekablin, all right? Justin, you're mekablin. What does that mean, Justin? That would mean you're contracted. You did accept the job, didn't you? It does mean accept. But does it really? Or how about take on? Take on the job. Accepting is not a right word, is it? So God says to Israel, see, it was worth the wait, wasn't it? I told you. If y'all are mekablin, the Torah, you understand now what mekablin means? It does not mean accepted. If you're mekablin the Torah, it'll be well for you. Justin, everybody that's ever built me a house, it was good for them. And Justin, you're a struggling subcontractor, aren't you? So if you were wise, you would take on the job to build my house. Type 1. Right? If you don't take it on, I'm promising you it's the end of your career. If you take it on, you will fly. And if not, it'll be your grave. And so the first ones listened, 7 mitzvahs that they mekablined. Heichen kai masum. Let's read the English on that real quick. Let them announce to us former things. There are 7 commandments which you did accept. Did you observe them? Right? There were 7 commandments of Mekablin. How did you fulfill them? Right? Justin, you were Mekablin the job, type 1. Justin, did I get a house at the end? What happened at the end of the project? Did I get a house? Manalan the lo kaimim. How do you know that Justin didn't finish the job? The Tani Rav Yosef Amadu Maidid Eretz Rea Veyeter Goyim. There's our famous verse from Habakkuk. Habakkuk says that Justin did not finish the job. Type 1. So what did God see? What did Justin's boss see? He saw 7 mitzvahs. Shekibru aleihen b'nei noyich. Justin accepted the job, and he took the money, didn't you, Justin? You took the money, and you were supposed to build the house. And you didn't finish it. You didn't build me a house. You didn't do the 7 laws. Kivan shelo kaimim. Since you didn't build the house, Justin, you walked away with $100,000. Vehateren lehen is gore is gur. What's the word is gore is gur? Then they benefited by it. According to this, it pays to be a sinner. So Justin walked away with $100,000 and he didn't even have to build the house. So it's very good to sin. God gives you the job and you don't do it. God removes the job from you. So what's the analogy here? All you have to do is don't do the job, and then you don't have to do the mitzvahs. Justin, did you receive, or take on yourself the job to build my house? Type 1. Type 1. And you benefited, right? You got $100,000, right? Type 1. And then I saw you were not interested at all. So I fired you. And you said, great, I don't want to build a house anyways. So it pays to promote yourself, take on work, and then don't do the job, get fired from the job, and move on. And there's no consequences. And then all I have to do in life is get hired, never do the job, and I'll never lose. Type 1. That's Avodah Zorah 2b. If so, we find it pays to sin. Amar Berei de Ravina, Leimer Sha'afa Pisha Mekayim Inoisin, even though that they fulfilled them, Rashi, Hetera Zo Lo Tuvasam He, Ela She'im Mitzvoyin Lekaimin, Ve'im Yekaimu Lo Yekibu Schar. Let's read that again. Let's read the English just to be safe. I don't want to waste too much more time. The release from those commands What does that mean? The release from those commands only means that if they observe them. There we go. So what does the release mean? What does it mean that you're off the job? That even if you did it, you're not mekablin aleihem schar. So, Justin, because you upset me, and the house now is delayed, type 1, I'm going to call the authorities and take back my money. Unless me and you cut a deal, Justin. You build the house and keep the money, type 1, but I will make sure that you never get another job again. You better manage the $100,000 very carefully, because you've done such a nasty thing to me. I will make sure that's the last $100,000 you ever get. Type 1. So in this case, Justin was commanded, and he did the command, but the reward is not the payment, right? The reward would be if Justin were to feel good about himself, and he got more jobs, and I spoke nicely about him, and all my friends, I recommended your company. Everyone loves Justin. That's the schar. Understand schar? So Rashi is saying, heterazoi, that you're released from the job. Lo tuvasam he. That's not for your benefit. You don't want a bad rep. Ella she'ein mitzvoyin lekaimin. You're not commanded to do it. So if you would just take orders, then it would be good. Ve'im yakaimu. But you're not commanded, right? It's just now just going through the motions and getting it done. Ve'im yakaimu, and all of a sudden Justin says, well, look, Rabbi Katz, I ended up taking the job seriously. I did tshuva a little bit. I feel bad, and I did take pride. Can you recommend me? What do you think, Justin? Lo yikablu schar. Lo yakablu, makablin, schar. Which means, Justin, you are not a contractor anymore. You are just some guy that I paid to shovel and throw around some stuff. Right? You had a chance to be big contractor, Justin, but because of your attitude, you became just some guy who was just working on some job. Type 1. So you say maybe makabel means obligate, bind, or compel someone, especially legally or morally. That's what it is. And it's a system, right? If you have a reputable company, do I have the right to treat you like some 15-year-old kid on the job? Right? There's a certain honor that comes in. If you're a distinguished guy working a job site, and I demean you, right? And I reprimand you and treat you like a 15-year-old kid who's slacking on the job, that's not makabel schar, is it? But if you're going to show that that's all you are, then you're not makabel schar. See, does everybody understand the word makabelin? It does not mean accept. That is ridiculous. Vatanya Haya Rebbe Meir Omer Minayin Shafilo Oivid Koichavim Isaac B'Tayra Shu Kakoyan Gadol. How do you know in Akim? Some versions say Ger. They learn Torah like a Koyan Gadol. It says in Vayikra, live in the law. It says Adam, not Kohen Levi Israel, but Koyan, or but Adam, which means Ela Lemer Lacha She'im Makabel Lein Schar Kamitzvah Va'isei. Ela Kamisha Eina Mitzvah Va'isei. Greater is one who's commanded and does than one who is not commanded and does. All right, so hold on a second. Ela ha'adam lamata shefilo avikodim v'oisa b'toira haray hu galim gadol. Ela lemer l'cha she'im makabel aleihim schar. So you do get commanded because you learn Torah. Type 1. I say to Justin, you're not even you don't even know what mortar and bricks are. You're not a builder. You're a horrible human. You have no idea what bricks are. and you say back to me, Rabbi Katz, now you're being quite ridiculous. You can't say that I don't know how to build. And I say, all right, Justin, granted, you're right. You do get reward for having gone to school and figured out how to build, type 1. So then what am I taking away from you? You're not commanded in doing. If you were commanded in doing, that would be the real schar. What does it mean, commanded in doing? Justin, do I have to ask you to do the cement right? Or should you just already know to do it? It should not even be a question, right? So if you're commanded by yourself in doing, then you will get the reputable fame that you wish in your business, in industry. If I have to tell you, hey, Justin, did we do the cement today? Oh, no, Rabbi Katz, I forgot. Well, Justin, it's 3 o'clock. We should probably do the cement right about now, right? Now, even if you do it good, you are a good worker. You're going to do it good. But I have to remind you every single time, hey, Justin, we're going to be here at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? Yeah, Rabbi Katz, well, sure. And then it's 8:55 and you're not here. Hey, Justin, just remind you to come on the job site. Does everybody understand what we're looking at here? Are you a servant of God or are you not? Type 1. The servant of God is makablin schar. He's makablin. You can hire him. If you can't hire the guy, he's not getting schar. Schar is the reward of being hired. It's very, very standard concepts in the world that we live in. Type 1. That is the Gemara on the topic at hand. Ready for Inside the Green Book? Our question in Ger ideology was the naysayers out there will say, convert to Judaism. Noahide is only a response to difficult conversions because the true reward is only a convert, i.e. a Jew. Can a non-Jew receive reward? Does everyone hear the question? How does a non-Jew receive reward? Do they receive reward? The Rambam says that you are to reject Shituf, take Kabbalah, and you merit the world to come. And you're like on the level of commanded and doing. You're makablin, meaning you can makablin yourself, but the Jews don't makablin you today. Meaning we don't go out and make workers. We don't make you take on the 7 laws, blah, 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 and proselytize and kill you. If we have the upper hand in Israel, we could compel the world to become Ger Toshav. Because we are not in position to compel the world to become Ger Toshav, we rely on you to compel yourself to become Ger Toshav. That is the true understanding of the Rambam, Hilchos Malachim, chapter 8, levels 10 and 11, as per the Brisker Rav. Not according to those that insist on learning the Rambam wrong, i.e. not through Tzvei Dinim. So then the only question is Ger a valid derech of serving God? They say if you're not doing anything, then it's a waste of time and you're not to be taken serious. But if Ger does manifest and materialize itself, then it's not a waste of time and it's a real thing. All right, let's start with, man, this is the whole Sinai experience. This is really good. Basically, God offered the Torah to everyone in the world and Israel came, type 1. And Israel said, Nasa v'nishma. Like, this is Nasa v'nishma. We will do and we will hear. And the Kabbalah wasn't until they accepted the covenant and the oath. And that was the mountain. And the nation said, you didn't make us take on anything like you made Israel. Right? God made Israel take on the oral Torah. We're going to do this slow and methodical. There was a revelation of the Shekhinah there. And the idea that's always said is that since they had to be coerced, they accepted the Torah willfully in the days of Purim. God said, Acharei shelo kamaisam zayin mitzvah shehem yesodi hanashius. Einachem kavetzim lekabel divris bishul shekasu behen lo tirtzav lo tinaf shehem mezayin mitzvahs im kein zemar alma shebilavchem v'atzlachem tiyeh kafia oinus mamish. We go the Chidush Shalafi Rambam Hanalo Shaykh Musag Shal Tshuva Miyira Atzel Yisrael the Rock Etzel Goyim Shaykh Tshuva Miyira the Beklo Tshuva Miyira Hari Lacher. Right, so the Sinai was not meant to be a repentance from fear. B'divrei Shaul Perish Al Pi Masha Kasvu Hamaforshim Delachein Nasagash Baruch Hu La'adam Arishon of Bnei Noach Sheva Mitzvahs. You understand that? God gave the 7 mitzvahs. In order that Israel would be able to accept the Torah. That without the 7 mitzvahs, right? You can't give the Torah to animals. So if God had never given the 7 laws, mankind never would have become mankind. This is the proof that there are 7 laws. 7 laws are the aspect of the soul in man that raises him and elevates him above animals so that everyone can receive the Torah. That's a nice idea, type 1. But since you didn't take on the right way 7 mitzvahs, then you can't accept the Torah. Right? It's a process. And that's why the 7 mitzvahs were taken on at the bitter waters of Marah, just before Sinai. That way, there's no way the Torah could not have been accepted. Sheva mitzvahs, ha-sheva mitzvahs hain. He explains what the 7 mitzvahs are. Now, here we go. Now we're getting deep inside. Ready? So the verse in Habakkuk that this level of Kabbalah was removed from the nations at Sinai, and they have to recapture the Kabbalah, personal acceptance. Quoting the verse from Habakkuk. All right, again, I'm going to take you through each and every commentary here. So it's Lafib Shuto that God saw that they were not Mekayim, the 7 mitzvahs. And that's why Israel had to stand at Sinai to receive the Torah. What's the difference between Schar Yisrael and Schar Olemus Oilam? The Yisrael Milvad Masha Mekablin Schar Al Guf HaMitzvahs. Odei Mekablin Schar Al Masha Mekayim in Ha'olam. Now, Justin Becker, let's figure it out. Ready? So a Jew is Mekablin Schar. That means what? That means he's like a good contractor, right? Al Guf HaMitzvahs. That the Jewish people are like, you know what it's like? You know how when you're born into a craft, even if you're not that good, you're born into it, so you're naturally good, right? Like Barron Trump will probably have some kind of idea how economics works. You guys agree with that statement? When he's 35, he will just kind of know. So he's Mekablin Schar. You understand that? He's Mekablin. He's a guy you can hire, even if he's like some kind of drug addict. He knows how economics works. Odei Mekablin Schar al Masha Mekayim in Ha'olam. So those people, they hold up the world, right? I am a natural wrestler. Even though I'm not that good, I am a wrestler, type 1. When I pay my $20 a month for my membership at flowwrestling.org, am I holding up the wrestling community? The answer is yes, type 1. Right? It's a very limited number of wrestlers. I'm sure my $20 actually does matter. That's the geschmack of the wrestling community. So I'm holding up the wrestling world, and I'm a natural contractor of wrestling, right? I'm not going to take the ball and score in the opposite basket, right? I'm a natural born wrestler. And everybody is naturally born at something. So a Jew is a natural born mitzvah machine. It doesn't mean that they're the best mitzvah people out there. It just means that's their natural craft. So the nations are natural 7-law people, but it doesn't project globally, because the Torah itself is a global cause. The 7 mitzvahs are a construct cause. Now, when the nations take Kabbalah, then they have, like the Rambam says, every mitzvah is available, then they become Tikkun Olam, and they are Makabel and Schar. And what does the Rambam say in that halacha, Justin Becker? Taking on a mitzvah Makabel and Schar. How do you like me now? But before the giving of the Torah, then the 7 laws were an effort to maintain the world. And had they done it, Mistama, God would have given the Torah to mankind. But they didn't do the 7 laws. And today we see that no one's doing the 7 laws, except for those that take it seriously. Okay. Rashi. We're going to skip those Rashis because it's not our Gemara. And we're still on to be. Could it be? Rashi on Habakkuk. No Kiddush. Taisvis. And no Taisvis. All right, now we're ready for the good stuff. You guys ready for the good stuff? That was our introduction. Ready for the good stuff? Avodah Zorah 3a in the Green Book. Now we're really hot. Like I said, we're doing this the right way. That's why we're doing it slow and methodical. And we're going to answer the big question. Is Ger a real path, or Noahide a real path that can receive schar? Got the question? Is it really a true way to not convert to Judaism? Is God good? Is the question. Now that's a stupid question, but we're going to answer it anyways. So that without the Kabbalah, you may do the 7 laws, just like our contractor Justin in our little parable. He was acting like a 15-year-old kid. I had to tell him everything. That's not called schar. It's called mekablen schar. Justin, is there a difference between schar and mekablen schar? If a 15-year-old is getting paid and Donald Trump is getting paid, is the word getting paid the same in both cases? No, it's not. When Donald Trump says, I got paid, it is not the same as a 15-year-old kid. A 15-year-old kid, or Reuven was happy today. He sold a paper wallet that he made for a shekel. When Donald Trump says, yay, I got paid today, that means he got like a $35 million investment. So there's something called schar, being paid, and makablen schar, being paid and being professionally paid. Professionally paid has nothing to do with getting paid. It has to do with perpetuating your profession. Reuven is not a wallet maker. He doesn't care what he sells as long as he gets his shekel. Donald Trump doesn't care about 35 million. He's got more. He wants the Trump brand to be perpetuated. At that point, it's not about money. Type 1. Everyone then thinks that because the nations were removed from schar, that they're released from the 7 laws. No, they still have to do the 7 laws. But they're not getting paid for them. It's called klippa. The church does the 7 laws. Do you realize that? The Bnei Noach are allowed to worship in Shituf. That's why without Kabbalah, it doesn't matter. The church is doing the 7 laws with Shituf. The question is, can I be Mekablin Schar? How do you become Mekablin Schar? With your Kabbalah, drop Shituf. Type 1. Drop Shituf is the whole thing. Then you are fundamentally not belonging to another religion. You belong to Sinai, Torah, Moses, and the God of Israel. Type 1. But it's not a new obligation of the mitzvahs. Mankind does the mitzvahs. They just don't do them carefully. That's why the Rambam says, do them carefully. And if you're not getting reward, you're not getting punished. So that's why the nations are not being punished. The Jewish people who are Mekabel Schar get punished. A ger who's Mekabel Schar, he will start to become punished. Just like the 15-year-old contractor, if I fire him, he's not really punished. He doesn't get a bad name. The real contractor isn't worried about losing the money. He's worried about losing his name. Type 1. By the way, that's called mazel. Let me see how far we got to get here. Not that far. So we might break this up into 2 classes. We'll see how far we can get. Wait, we got a while. Then you got to go to Rashi. Yeah, let's see what we can do. If the worst comes to worst, we'll do it in 2 classes or more. All right. So now the commentators are talking about Averas, sins. I don't exactly want to go into that. Oh, this is a nice one here. Look at this. This is good stuff. All right, look at this. Look in the Yafil Lulav. Shenistapek im mutter lelamed es hagoyim dinei sheva mitzvah shalhe. Is it allowed to teach the goyim the dinim of their 7 mitzvahs? You like that question? Kivan da amrinan da amid v'heterin lehin. Since it is said that we have removed their schar, which means careful performance they are not doing. And it seems they would need the Jewish people to get that back. That maybe God doesn't want the nations to do the mitzvahs. And this is what a lot of people in the Noahide world think, do they not? Make them Noahides, and that way they'll never take on God again, no religion or spirituality. They'll stumble with the 7, and only the Jewish people can do the mitzvahs right. Sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? And so it looks like if a Jew helps, it's illegal. That's the Havamina. Havamina is I would have thought. Let's see if it's a true thought. Ready? Ubemiskana kasev the kevan sheyesh b'sheva mitzvahs mishum tikun the yishuv ha'olam l'chein shari l'lamandam. That since that there is 7 mitzvahs, and the 7 mitzvahs' purpose is tikkun and fixing and dwelling in the world, as we said, it's the template to the Torah. Therefore, it's allowed to teach them. You see that? It is. We are allowed to teach the world the 7 mitzvahs. Odivrav tamoyim miyai. V'chein hakshalav yaviyayimer. The Haram Noach and the Rock, Ima Kabin Skargim Mitzvah say, Avavada Astur Lehem La Avora Shiva Mitzvah Shoyin. So even though that you're not getting schar from the Kabbalah, and then you assume the Jew would not teach you the 7 laws, that assumes that it's okay to transgress the 7 laws. Guess what? God did not remove the need to prevent sinning from the 7 laws, which means you are not allowed to sin on the 7 laws. So guess what that means? You have to learn the 7 laws in their details. And the only way you can do that is if you're Makablin. That's called Ger Toshav, type 1. We'll finish this last paragraph, and then we'll start next week directly in the Green Book. We're not going to introduce anything new as a Hakdama, not to waste time, directly into the Green Book next week. All right? Remind me, please. Ephraim, Shulchan Aruch, the sphere lady came on the Amim Hadir and Lachain, Aim and Noach, Mitzvoyin Al Zayim, which is Klal. V'chia came Rashi, look, come on. L'chein ksav de Isser lifnei Eiver, b'nei Noach b'zman hazeh, eino elam d'Rabbanin hoyel v'achir ma'im Torah amen HaKadosh Baruch Hu v'din oleh. L'chein d'Oraisa leika shum Isser. And look, Shemakas Venu, the Safik Isser d'Rabbanin lo chayshinan aval b'shut chayshim Seifer. Tema alav daha maskinan hacha daha dehatira lehem hainu shelo kilu al zeh schar. Mitzvah I say, aval miyan shu alayahu. Dinim said the mas de ham kashilon. Eiver alifnei eiver midiraisa. Arav mitzvah laharasam avayis Hashem. We have a mitzvah to teach the service of God. Back. The question is that once you were removed from the mitzvahs, read this again. Right, they're not mitzvoyin al zayin mitzvahs. They're not commanded. They're not released, but they're not mitzvah. They're not commanded. So there's the question. You hear the question, Justin? God made a heter. He made a release of the 7 mitzvahs. The question that they're asking: to what degree was the release? Was it the reward? Was it the command? Was it they're not fulfilling? Was it totally released? V'chia kem Rashi. L'chein sav de Isser lifnei Eiver l'bnei Noach b'zman hazeh eino ela b'derabbanan. So therefore, because they were released, putting a stumbling block before the blind is only rabbinic. L'oyel v'achar ma'im Torah amen HaKadosh Baruch Hu v'din oleh. L'chein midiraisa leika shum Isser. Wow. So our good friend Alan Cecil likes to say that if a Jew does putting a stumbling block for the blind by getting the Noahide to castrate an animal, where he wanted to argue it was Deraisa, it isn't. It's the Rabbanan. Because God removed those kind of things at Sinai. That's why you have to become Ger in order to reclaim those Deraisa levels. That's what God is asking. He's saying, get Deraisa, remove Shituf. Otherwise, remain rabbinic, which is a result from the heter. Avo shuchas v'seifer, the hamaskin and hacha, the heterin lehen hainu shelo kibul ozeh schar. He says you're only missing schar, the chasm seifer. So are you missing mitzvah or schar? No one says you don't have to do it. Avo miyanshu alayhu. But they are punished. So putting a stumbling block before a Noahide is deraisa. Adarabba. Wait. So because you cannot put a stumbling block before the blind is deraisa from the Torah, you have a mitzvah to teach them avodas Hashem. Right? So it's not just so much that it's don't put a stumbling block. Don't bring the Noahides to sin. Adarabba, teach them how to serve God. Tov tam v'das. That's pretty good. You are to teach them how to serve God. Dafka. That's the gift of having received the Torah. All right, and we're going to stop there. So, thank you for listening. Be well.